Hey there, everybody. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to yet another episode of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility here on this Wednesday. I got one more for you today here on the 26th of July, 2023. This is the brand new album from a long-standing band who've been around since the late 60s. I believe this is their 23rd, 24th studio album, something like that. The Magic of It All by Strawbs, commonly called the Strawbs, but they just go by Strawbs, right? This is on Esoteric Records, division of Cherry Red, right? Let's take a look at this here. And the booklet, produced by Blue Weaver, of course, their longtime keyboard player. Got lyrics, got all sorts of pictures of folks who helped out on the album. And then, of course, there's the band themselves, right? So, of course, the band is David Cousins, founding member, vocalist, acoustic guitar player. Blue Weaver, piano, organ, mellotron, accordion. John Ford on vocals also. Moritz Lotz, electric and acoustic guitars. Shock Joubert, electric bass and double bass. Kevin Gibson, drums and percussion. Byron Abrams, saxophones. Jono Sweetman, drums. Marzia Barry, vocals. Simangali Mashazi, vocals. Luna Page, vocals. These are all backing vocalists. Catherine Craig, vocals. And Nicola T, vocals. Tracks recorded at the Academy of Sound Engineering in Cape Town, South Africa. September 14th through 23rd, 2022, engineered by Peter Pearson. Associate producers Natty Botts and Rob Abendanon. So what's up with this brand new Strawbs album? So I have, so many of you have asked over the years, Pete, are you ever going to do a ranking the albums of the Strawbs? What do you feel about Strawbs and so on? I mean, I like a couple of their early mid-70s albums, the kind of more prog-y albums, you know. Got Wakeman and Blue Weaver as well, adding some nice mellotron and Hammond organ and things, and a little bit more electric. But for the most part, I've just never been able to get into their music. Most of their stuff is just a bit too folky for me, and to be quite frank, I've never been a huge fan of Dave Cousins' vocals. He's always, to me, had this really kind of frail, kind of gritty vocal style that I just never really took to. And, you know, now he is, you know, God, he's got to be, what, in his late 70s, I would think now, if not older than that, something like that. I mean, Dave's been around for a long time. I'll tell you in exactly a second how old David is. He's 78. Yeah, so he's been around a long, long time. And, you know, his voice still sounds very raspy, very frail. Where is he in this picture? Here he is right there. There's him and Blue Weaver. All kind of, right? Dave Cousins, Blue Weaver. And this album, you know, it's funny because they list Blue Weaver as playing, you know, piano, organ, mellotron, accordion. You hardly hear any mellotron on this album at all. There's a bunch of tunes that have a lot of accordion. Most of the songs, there's really not much rock going on this album at all. It's a very folky album. It's a very mellow album. So you got Dave's kind of fragile vocals, just kind of like, you know, whispered over. Not even really whispered, because he's got a little more strength, I think, than like Ian Anderson does. But he sounds, you know, kind of like he always does, but a lot older. And most of the songs, gentle acoustic guitars, maybe a little piano, certainly lots of accordion in spots. You get like a couple tracks that rock a little bit, like Ready, Are We Ready, the opening track. That's kind of like a bluesy rock song. That's not bad. The Time Has Come, track number 6. That's also not too bad. It kind of reminds me like of a Bruce Springsteen song. But most of the rest of it is just really sleepy for me. And, you know, although you can say the instrumentation is nice, it's well done, you know, it's nice when you hear the female backing vocalist and whatnot. Occasionally you get like a nice little acoustic or electric guitar solo. But I keep kind of waiting for something to happen here. I keep waiting for some like big mellotron swells to kind of come in and save the day. Never really happens for me. You know, like Slackjaw Alice, Paris Nights, Wiser Now, Lady of the Night. The whole back end of the album is just honestly just nothing held my interest at all. And I listened to this twice, and I was like, man. And it just seems to be the issue that I have with most Strawbs albums I've heard, other than those couple that I like from the mid-'70s, early mid-'70s. So, I mean, if you really like this band, I would recommend you check this out. It's not terrible, it's just not for me, right? It's a well-done kind of folk album. There's no rock on here, there's no prog on here. It's kind of bluesy in spots, but for me, it's just not doing at all for me. So I'm going to give this 2.5 out of 5 stars, just because it's just not something I can get into. But I realize that lots of fans of this band, obviously, a lot of the qualities of this record, this album, is what you want to hear from the Strawbs. It's just not my thing. It's not my thing at all, but I did want to at least talk about it here. You can't like everything, right? So, yeah, if you love the Strawbs, you're probably going to dig this. If you've never been a fan, this is not going to sell you. I'll tell you that right now. So, and if you're expecting some of the cool, somewhat symphonic, progressive, folky stuff from the early mid-'70s, this isn't it either. So, well done as it is. It's just not my cup of tea. So there's your review. Visit us on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. All together, all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell so you get alerted of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also down below, we got the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, as well as our merch page. So thanks in advance for all your support there. And we'll see you back here next Wednesday for more album reviews. I am Pete Pardo. Strawbs, the magic of it all. 2.5 out of 5 star for me. Not my thing, but you may love it. Take care. Bye-bye.